Hi everyone, this is Jules from the JewelBoxStudios.com. I hope everyone is doing great today. Thank you so much for stopping by my video. I do have a project that I wanted to share with you guys. I am a subscriber to Coco Reno's monthly die subscription. This die that came in for the month of April. I've had it sitting on my table ready to play with it, and I just got around to it. This is the desktop circle flip book, again by Coco Reno. They sent it this last month in a cute little envelope. And the intended use for this particular die is to sit on a tabletop so you can flip through photos. So this die, this is the flip book. As you can see, once you cut it out, this is the score marks here. Please forgive my nails. I do need a fill, but I was in the garden and they are like chipped and stuff, so I need to get them done again. So once this is cut out, this score marks here, it scores your paper. You'll have to fold it up and it'll be like not a teepee, but it'll be in the shape of a kind of an A. So it is intended to be made for this kind of a stand. I scored some chipboard and I try to shape it in the shape of the die, and it's a little wonky because some of it sticks out right here, but I inserted it because I knew I had so many photos that I wanted to try and use, and I don't know what made me think I can fit over 60 photos in one little album, but I figured how else can I utilize all of my pictures except to try and create 3 different kinds of mini albums. So that's what I did with this die. The die comes with the main piece. It comes with a circle die with the 2 holes that fits 4 pages. It comes with your star, your bow, your heart, and a butterfly. And I only used these 2. I didn't use these because I felt like they were just too big for my projects. So I started off cutting out a bunch of 2x2 photos. I had them sitting on my table here, and I kind of tried to separate them by like how many of each kid that I had. I didn't want to have too much of one. I cut out the main die and I used chipboard to create a sturdy stand, but once I had all of my pages on the one side, it kept tipping over. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have to just do a few pages. I have some 1-inch binder rings that's holding the front page and the 4, and then I added 5 back here so that it balances it evenly and it stands perfectly, and I can still use all of those pages. In here I used a scallop die for the cover and some Sizzix dies for the love and for the smaller hearts and a paper punch. I also used the Prima floral die, and I use it as a doily because it had 5 petals. It just looks like a doily, so I cut out tons of those and used bits and pieces throughout. Now I'm using the collection from Echo Park. It's called Victoria Garden. It's a super old collection. It's very, very colorful, as you can see. It has a banner from one of the Coco Reno Halloween. It's like a Dia de los Muertos kind of banners. It's got 4 banners on it. I'll link all of the ones below. A Wild Orchid Crafts flower here with another Wild Orchid Crafts little rose, and just some ribbons from my stash. So this is page 1, and looking back, I should have paid close attention to the photograph that I'm setting on each of these. So on the back sides, they all look like they're upside down. And so, you know, we have to turn it this way so that we can look at all of them. And I should not have done that. I should have paid attention so that I can put this in the upright position as you're flipping through and looking at them instead of having to turn it and turn it and turn it. I have a picture of my mom and I. Picture of my dad with my mom and some of the grandkids, and I used a lot of the cutouts from Sizzix. Now the smaller scallop, one step smaller than this cover, is what I used to cut out AC cardstock to mat all of the photos, and that's what kind of made it heavy. But it needed to be matted somehow because I feel like the paper was just too busy with all of the colors and shapes and things in the photograph. But real quickly, I'll just flip through my dad and me, my dad and my brother. I used some other dies that cut that out. This is very dainty, and it looks really nice to frame a photo like that. My mom and dad, this is Anthony and my son. And I used some AC cardstock that is coordinating with some of the colors of the collection. This is my brother and the 2 baby girls. This is Camilla and Naya. My dad and Naya before my dad passed away. This was probably 3 months or so before. That's Naya now. Well, that's not her now, but that's her when she's about a year, something like that. My son and my mom. My son and Anthony's little baby boy. He's not a baby boy. He's like 10 or 11 or something now. And this is on the back, on the stand itself. And then flipping it over, you got Anna. This is my daughter and Alyssa. My dad and Anthony, a long time ago. This is Anthony, Monique, and little Anthony. This is little Anthony, who's about 3 or so. This is Camilla, a few months ago. My mom and my daughter. And I tried to stay pretty consistent with just the design. I used a lot of the same cutouts because it's such a small area to create some sort of a little layout. So I use a lot of the same die cuts that I had because I thought they were just cute and just kept it all cohesive. So this looks like a set. Me and Anthony, little Anthony. This is my brother Tony and Naya. This is Lisa, my sister-in-law. She's like my sister. She's giving Naya a facial. Now Lisa's an esthetician, so she was at the salon and she had Naya lay down and she was giving her a little facial. And she laid there. She's so cute. And this is me and Camilla, her little cheeks. And I didn't put anything on this back side. But I did put some eyelets in, some white eyelets in the stand itself. And I did stitch around the paper, just these two. There was 2 layers. It was white cardstock and this design paper, and then the chipboard that I stuck in there, I did cover it with this pink on this pink side. So this is like I said, this is the flip book intention of the die. And then I just decided that I had, because I had so many pages of photos, I wanted it to be nice and loose. Like, I mean, I can make it thicker, obviously, but I wanted it to be nice and open and free. So I used that same main die. This main die here, I just cut it out and I trimmed the stand part off and just used these 2 as covers. So this is my front cover with just a circle die. The word family, that's from a Sizzix, or not, is it Sizzix? I'll have to look again. I can't remember. I pulled out tons of dies. This is a Prima flower with a paper punch of leaves and a couple of roses from Alder Crafts. Pom-pom trim from my stash, which I also used here. Forgot to mention, I think, and on the back side. I used those 2 pieces as covers and then sandwiched a bunch of photos. And with that, and I did but decorated the back a little bit. Just a smile with the cutout of a doily from the paper collection, a circle punch from the collection. This is from the die set, the heart, and then the word smile. And this is another, I think it's from the circle, half circle or semicircle die set from Coco Reno. I think this trim here is from that collection, which I also used here, but it's in white. So on the flap, on the inside flap, I have Camilla with a little, some wood veneers that I had that are from Studio Calico. Have the word happy up there because she's laughing. Here, Tony and Lisa took the kids to the beach. This is Alyssa's kids at the pool. This is Caden. This is Brandon's son. That's Mikey and Naya. Here's Alyssa and Mikey. This is my 2 kids at my daughter's wedding, Anna and Manny. This is my husband, Manny. First time he met Naya, well, it was the night before this picture was taken. She was at the in the ER because we thought she had a seizure. And there's a story about it over on my vlogging channels. I'll link that below. This is my daughter and son-in-law, Sebastian. And again, with another one of those inner circle die cuts from Coco Reno, one of their sets. Another, all of these little ones that you see are from the Prima Flower die set, the very first ones that came out. Word Sweet on there. This has Anthony and little Anthony on there. These are the boys when they were doing the job. This is my brother, this is Jojo, and my son back there. He used to live out there in LA. This is little Anthony and Camilla. Anthony came from Arizona and spent the weekend with Alyssa. So he's there with Naya and Mikey. Here we have Naya. Oh my gosh, she's so cute. This is Camilla. Another wood veneer from Studio Calico. Here is Naya and her daddy, Brandon. This is Jojo and Naya. Naya's just a baby. This is Wendy. This is Lisa's little sister. She's like my little sister. One of her babies. I can't remember. I think this is Claire. I'm not sure. She's got 4 kids. Her oldest is like 22 or something. So she has the 3 little ones with her. This is Gio, and that's Claire, and that's Jakey. So the 2 girls, Naya and Cami. This is Camilla at the pool. At Anna's wedding, Jojo just grabbed Sebastian and they took a picture. Alyssa and Anthony, and then little Camilla. And then Anna. And then the back end there. Now for the 3rd album, I try to keep it as simple as I can. I decided to make a hinged mini album with this. Now, because it's so small, there's not a lot of like surface to decorate except for on the covers and on the books on the inside. I really love how it came out. It's just so pretty. So I decided to go with all white AC cardstock, which is American Crafts cardstock. It's the textured style that I get all the time. I decided to do this almost the same thing. I cut out covers. So I cut out the covers here. And I made a hinge with the white cardstock as well. The end flaps I glued to the covers, and then I used some of the designer paper to cover the hinges and the flaps. So it kind of gave it a spine. And then another Studio Calico wood veneer. This is a hole punch with an eyelet. And for maybe a charm or something later on, right now I just left it with the bow. So this has the same scalloped as this white one. I just cut it out in yellow just to give it a nice pop, and then with the pink on top with the word together. And then this is the butterfly from the die set. This is the Prima flower back there, cut out of the designer paper. A Wild Orchid Crafts, I can't remember the name of this one. And then cherry blossoms in the brighter pink, because there's like 3 tones of pink in this collection. So I did the covers, I kept the holes there so that I can string in the tie, and I didn't want to make these inserts to be too tall or to match it because I don't want to have to string all of it through, so it's just barely at the end of the holes there to clear it. So this is the mini album. So I have 6 hinges for 6 pockets, and each pocket has a bifold like card but for photos. Not a lot of decorating, a lot of the same elements, because again, I wanted to keep it just really simple. What I didn't want to do is put in any embellishments on this end, because I like the clean look of how the pages look when you turn them. You don't see any of the photos on either side, so it's all hidden. And the pockets were just big enough to hold my 2x2s. So on the inside cover, I did utilize that. I have a picture of Camilla that says hi. My mom and Mikey. This is Camilla here. It says smile with just a couple of the die cuts. This one is of Naya. In this pocket here are the kids. This is Caden and Mikey and Naya. And then we got Anthony and Camilla. We got Claire Bear, Jakey, Naya and Mikey, Camilla and Daddy, my son and my mom. That's little Jill, and it's little Anthony. So I did use the inside flaps, as I was saying. I didn't do anything to the back. I liked it nice and clean like that. Now for each pocket, I created the sleeve and put them on the hinges and glued it on there. And I just measured out how much of this was going to actually stick out. So they're hidden pretty well. So this one's Caden on his birthday. And this is Brandon and Naya. One of Naya. She all milk drunk. And there she is again, making her mad dog face. She's so funny. And then in this one here, we have Caden and Mikey. They're giving each other a high five. There's Mikey and Anthony. And then Caden and Mikey at the pool. Next pocket has Naya at the pool. Anthony and his little son Anthony. Little Anthony and Camilla when she was born. And Mikey when he was baby. JoJo's hair did the exact same thing. Had this big mohawk. Actually, JoJo's was worse. If I can find a picture, I'll insert it. But so funny that his hair came out just like JoJo's. Camilla. This is Claire Bear and her daddy at a daddy-daughter dance or something they went to. My 2 kids when they were in high school, Anna and Manny. And that's little Anthony when he was a baby. He was maybe 8-9 months. This is my Anna. The girls. Look at this face. Look at her face. Oh my gosh. And look at this smile. Oh, it's like sunshine. She's like a ray of sunshine, that smile. Oh my gosh. Super sweet babies. My son. We just went to go eat at some taco park or a food truck park. And we sat down and he was like, holy cow. I can't remember what he's eating. This is Mikey and Naya, just chilling on mom's bed. I think they're watching TV. Camilla eating. Little Anthony and Mikey and Naya again. And that's it for those photos. Since I had cut several of these covers out, I wanted to create like when I wanted to make these. So I cut these like a 1/4 inch smaller, and I just used another cut from a template and drew a line, and then went and just cut them all out. And I was gonna just do single tags, but then I'm like, why? I have more photos. And I'm gonna tell you, I used every single photo that I had cut out, I was able to use in these 3 projects. I'm like so excited that I have them all and they fit all in these little mini albums. So I hope you enjoyed watching the video. I will be linking as much as I can of the project and products that I used. Please visit Coco Reno if you guys are interested in doing a monthly die subscription. It's so much fun to get a new thing every month. There's a lot of die sets that are also just basic shapes that help you in any other project. So that's kind of what I did. Thanks again so much for watching, you guys. I will see you guys in the next video. You guys take care. Here's Victoria Garden paper collection by Echo Park. It's a very old collection. A couple of sheets of stickers, and they're all 12 by 12. I'm just going to run through them pretty quickly here. A lot of beautiful colors, but there's just a lot of busyness going on for me. And I believe it's just one of each design. Super pretty. Very pretty collection. I did pull out 3 different coordinating colors that will match the collection. So this is the page die with the 2 little holes on the top. So I just cut out a bunch of them from the collection. And I cut out a bunch of the white AC cardstock scallops for the photo matting. I'm gonna show you the cover that I made here. This one is supposed to have been for the stand, but I ended up not using it for the stand. I did change it out to one of the other projects. I don't know if you picked it up at all when I was showing them the albums to you, but anyways, I cut out tons of different little die cuts from several Coco Reno dies, some Sizzix dies. There's some other dies from other companies. I think, I cannot remember actually. I can't remember, but everything will be listed on my blog and down in the description below. So this is another cover. This one is the new one that I'm going to use for this stand flip book. So this is a wild orchid craft flower that I took the top bud off the flower and just kept the 2 bottom layers and stuck a flat back pearl in the center, just a small one. And I kept the leaf with it. And it just, doesn't look so big and bulky. So that's kind of why I did that. I love this font. I can't remember what it's from, but I'll put the details down in the details will be in the blog post, but links to products will be down below as well. Now this is the cover, of course, for the mini album. Now, if I would have used the exact cut of the cover or the main die, it was a very small center spine part, and I would not have been able to do 6 pages, which is why I cut off the covers, and that way you can make any size of the hinges that you want. You can make it a taller book if you want to, as tiny as it is. But you can still use the actual spine and just put in how many pages may fit. I think maybe just 3 or 4 pages may fit. So I'm trying to glue these in the exact same spot on every pocket so that it doesn't look, weird, like all the pictures are floating everywhere. But I'm just gonna add my die cuts that I cut out. The doily, the hearts, flowers, leaves. So cute. These kids, my gosh, they get big so fast. So this is like all of my family members. So I name them as if you guys know who they are, but if you watch any of my vlog videos over at Jules' house vlog channel, my vlogging channel, you'll get to know them pretty quickly here. I mentioned the kids quite a bit, and I have a lot of vlogging videos from when I was in LA caring for my dad. So yeah. come to know my family and me over at my other channel, I invite you over. So there they are. See how thick the book is? And of course you can do flaps out of the pockets, and because they're still nice and gappy, so you can do like fold outs, flip outs and things to fill it up a little bit more. But I had so many photos and I really needed to use them all. I could not use them. I had to use every single one. So I'm so thankful that I was able to use every single one. It was such a fun project, and I have so many little pieces left over that I put away in a little bag and stuck it in with the collection. So here they are again. I'm so proud of these. I cannot wait to finally share this video. If you guys have any questions though on anything, please let me know. I would be more than happy to answer your questions. Again, links and information will be down below, and links to Coco Reno, my blog, all of that good stuff. Thanks for watching, you guys. Bye.